and print it 5 times. For that I have input a number over here and I have to print this number 5 times. So what should I print over here? What should be printed in this box? Come
Ma'am,
on.
I don't know.
Harjas? Harjas? Arish?
I don't know, ma'am.
Arish, can you try? Arish, are you there? Natik? Karamveer? Natik, Karamveer? Natik? Guys, Anya, what will we print over here?
N.
N. And should it be in double quotes or without double quotes?
Without double quotes.
I'll print N. So this will actually print it in a single line. But if I have to print this all together, so I'll give it a little space so that it can be printed a number in single line. So now this program, what it will do, it will input a number and print it 5 times, right? But for inputting the number, I have to actually include import dot util dot, and herein I will be writing down right. Now over here, this is going to input the number 1 time and print it 5 times. So first for loop close, then bracket of function close, then class close. So let me compile the program and see. It says no syntax error, and let us close this one and let's execute this now. So where is the nested for loop program on? This one. So I'll say void test, enter a number. So say I print 3. So over here 3 is printed 5 times. Am I allowed to enter another number? Am I allowed to enter another number? Is it asking me for any other number?
No.
No. So now over here what will happen? If it is not asking me for any other number, then what should happen? The program should end, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So but I don't want the program to end. I want the program should allow me to enter the numbers. So what I'll be doing is I'll be making the changes for the same program. Here I will say I will, whatever program I had made for one single number entry, I'll put a for loop outside that. I'll say x is equal to 1, x is less than equal to 5, x plus plus. Myra, I'm going to ask you one question over here. In case I give this statement and enter a number outside, what will happen?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
What will happen if I give this enter a number statement outside the for loop?
Ma'am, then it will ask for the input only once.
It will ask for the input only once. I'll run the program both ways and then I'll show it to you what difference it will make. So over here we compile the program and we
Ma'am,
will,
int x.
just hold on. Okay, so compile and close, and this program we run it. So here it's asking me to enter a number. I input 5. It it has printed 5 times. It asked me to enter the number again. I print it. I input the number again. I print it. I input the number again. I print it. I input the number again. I'm printing it. So first number, second number, third number, fourth number. And after that, it is not asking me for more numbers. Is it asking me for more numbers?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now, this same program, what I am going to do, I'm going to make changes to it. And now I'm going to shift this statement outside here. Okay? Will it give me any error
No, ma'am.
when I compile?
No, ma'am.
Will it give me any error?
No, ma'am.
No, it won't give me any error. Okay? The program will run efficiently, but yes, it says enter a number. Let's say it is written enter 5 numbers, not a number, enter 5 numbers. I input 123. Now after enter, I'm stuck, and at times the user forgets that it is asked to enter 5 numbers. So you have to input, actually it is asking you to input a number again. Okay? Do you understand, Myra, what difference it will make?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to count. So first number I entered over here, second number over here, third number over here, fourth number over here. Now it has stopped entering the numbers. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts, Myra, now on this part? What you were asking me that day? This was your question, no? If I am not wrong, you asked me that day, ma'am. What if we write down once outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's move further. Did you all see the video regarding the nested loop thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts on that? Shall we discuss the questions then? I want the answers from you only. I'm not going to give you the answers. Fibonacci series was discussed in the class. Factorial was discussed in the class. Prime number was discussed in the class. Nested for loop. You know what is a nested for loop? No doubts on this. A loop within a loop is called a nested for loop. Okay. So over here, this was an example. What? Who's this? Manik? If it is Manik, I'm not able to hear you, Manik.
No, ma'am, I'm not speaking.
Somebody is trying
Ma'am,
to
I'm
speak.
speaking.
Yes, Somil.
And how can we make circle in this Java?
How can we make?
Circle.
Somil, I'm not teaching you how to make a circle, dear.
Yes, ma'am, you
Over
are
here, this is
doing
an
nested for loop.
example. Yes, you can make circles in Java by using drawstring method, but that is not a part of your this thing. Okay, that is entirely a different thing by which you create a circle in Java. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Right now, this was an example wherein all this entire thing is moving one loop, and on top of that, these plates are also moving like it is the revolution of the revolution of Earth is another example of nested for loop. So what happens in the revolution? The moon spins around the Earth, okay, and the Earth spins around the sun. Am I right? So that is another example of nested for loop. Is it? Adil?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? How many of you agree with me? Nested for loop, Earth's revolution example of a nested for loop. Any doubt on this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's move further. So over here, this was one example which I had explained, a real life example. One example more I have given you. So the outer loop is this and the inner loop is this. Okay. For every outer loop, the inner loop runs 3 times. I'm repeating my words. For every iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop runs 3 times. So can you tell me, if I'm talking about the loop starts from 1 to 3 and the inner loop also starts from 1 to 3, how many times the loop is going to execute in this case?
9 times.
9 times. How? When I is 1, j will be 1, 2, 3. When I is 2, j will be again 1, 2, 3. When I is 3, j will again be 1, 2, 3. So how many times the loop is going to run? 9 times. Is that clear? Is that clear? You get such questions. How many times the loop will run? Okay, how many times the inner loop will run?
3 times.
3
How
times.
many times the outer loop will run?
3 times.
How many times the entire loop will run?
9 times.
9 times. You should know the difference between whatever I am saying. So if I am talking about inner loop, this runs 3 times. This runs 3 times. For every outer loop, the inner loop runs 3 times. So in total, it runs 9 times. Okay. So after that, there was one question. This was what I've already explained it to you. So it says input 5 numbers and print each number the number of times as itself. Now try and understand the question first. What does the question say? Come on.
I mean, put a number 5 times and
Yes.
print.
So how many
5
numbers
times
you have to
each.
input?
5.
You have to decide how many numbers have to be input.
25.
5 numbers. 5 numbers have to be input and you have to print each number the number of time as itself. So let's I told you to follow the top down approach. Who's this 25 saying? Who was this 25? Come on. Because
Ma'am, by
I'm-
mistake.
who?
Ma'am,
Are it?
Shivai.
Shivai, not 25 times there. It will not run 25 times. If you are not able to understand the question, then you will do it wrong. So it's very important that you understand the question, because the question says that input 5 numbers and print each number the number of times as itself. So when I say over here input 5 numbers, can you see my screen? Now over here, let's follow the top down bottom up approach. Input 5 numbers. I have input the number as 6. So how many times do I have to print 6?
6 times.
So I'll print 6 times. Is that clear? So I input the number as 23. So how many times I'll print 23?
23 times.
3 times. Shivai,
Yes, ma'am.
you got your answer why I'm saying not 25 times?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So dear, in case I'm going to take a small number, I'll not take big numbers. So if it is 2, so it will be printed 2 times. If it is 5, I have to print 5 times. So if it is 7, I have to print 7 times. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is 8, I will print 8 times. If it is n, I will print
And
8 times.
and what will I print n times?
The number itself.
N. I don't know what is n. This n has to be input by the user. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes.
How many of you have not understood? So what will be my for loop in this case? The outer for loop, what will it be? Aditya Kumar Bhagat. What will be the outer for loop? Aaron. What will be the outer for loop? Okay, let's do it for one number. I have to input a number and print it the number of times as itself. Let's make a program for that. You have to input a single number and print it the number of times as itself. Dhriti. Dhriti, answer. Dharya. Dharya, answer. Harshdeep. Children, are you sleeping?
And do we need an outer loop for this?
Huh? Aaron, what are you saying?
And can't we do it in one loop?
Why? How can you do in one loop? Okay, tell me. How?
We take two integers, ma'am. One is our inserted number and another integer is the number to be printed. Though we don't need to take that. I do it
You
that
mean
way,
to
ma'am.
say you have input the number, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Another integer.
another integer, let's say m. And what is this m for?
M is equal to n only, ma'am. I do it this way for some reason.
Okay. So now, dear, over here, I'll say that I have to input this and I have to print this n times.
Oh.
So I'll say
Yes,
x
ma'am.
is equal to 1 and x is less than equal to
N.
n and x plus plus,
Plus plus. Yes, ma'am.
and then what will I print over here?
System.out.println n.
Dot out dot println n. So now over here, this loop will be printing the number which I have entered, n. Okay, how many times? N
N
times.
times. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now this program is basically for one number which we have entered. Am I right? Now we have to convert the same program for how many numbers?
5.
5 numbers. So what will I do?
Create an outer loop.
Create an outer loop. Over here, let me write down system. Okay, let me copy this entire thing and take it over there. Why do I copy this? So now over here, let me open this one as well. Where is that message folder from? Now what I'm going to do, instead of this, I am printing the number. So over here, this part I'm inserting over here. So over here, what I have done so far, I have actually asked the user to input a number, and what the user has done, the user has printed the number that number of times, right? So let's run and see this program. Compile, close this as well. Where is, we compiled the program. What happened? What's the problem with this? Compile. Oh, Can you tell me what is the problem in this program?
I'm class name.
Not
Huh?
class name is
Class
not.
name.
Class name is different. It is saying nested group. Okay. Compile, close, void nest. So over here, it says enter a number. I input the number 2. It will print 2 times. Okay. So this is for one number which I have done. So now I want to convert this program to how many numbers? To 5 numbers. So what I'll do, I'll insert a for loop over here, which will actually now accept a number again and again, and it will be printing the number that number of times. So I need a extra bracket. Now see what will happen. Close, and when I run the program, what will happen? It will ask me to enter number. I enter 12. 12 has been printed 12 times. 2 will be printed 2 times. How many times the loop was running over there? 2 times only. Just see how many times the loop was running. No. Why it is giving the error then? Just hold on. Let's clear this and rerun the program. Why it is showing us 2 times?
Ma'am, because one is outside the loop and one is inside the loop.
Oh, I didn't delete that. So now it will be an active program. So now over here, let's say I'll print 2 times, then 5 times, 7. Why the program has stopped? What's the problem in this? Anyone? You can rectify. Come on. Anish? What's the problem in this program?
Ma'am, because X is entered as 5.
Hmm? It's printed as 5. No. There shouldn't be any problem as such. I don't know why it's getting hanged. Just hold on. Okay, let me close it. Sometimes, it gives you an error if BlueJ is not working properly. So in that case, you can just start BlueJ again. It gives you weird outputs. Otherwise, you have understood the program, right?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that how many times will the entire loop run in this case?
Which one?
Ma'am, how many times the entire loop will run in this case?
So it will run 5 times n. Am I right?
Ma'am, the whole loop. Out
Yes,
and
5 times n. Where is our program gone?
Ma'am, behind Fibonacci.
Let's run it again and see. After 5, it is not allowing. What you are saying, Tanish? over here. Oh, you know what's the problem in this question? Anyone who can rectify? Children, I've used the same variable, x. It should not be the same variable. Do you understand?
Okay, ma'am.
That was the error. That is why I'm wondering the program is absolutely correct. Why it is giving you the problem? That is the only problem in this. So over here, when I, did I compile it? Okay, see now see. So over here, I input a number 2, it will print 2 times. I input 4, it will print 4 times. I'll input 5, it will print 5 times. I'll input 12, it will input 12 times. I'll input 6, it will input 6 times. Did you understand?
So, ma'am, what is the use of the outer loop here?
The outer loop is allowing me to enter the number again and again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And the inner loop is printing that number that number of times. Did you understand?
So the outer loop can be used 5 times. You can insert 5
times,
numbers.
7 times, whatever times.
And we have given 5.
In the question. Okay? The question said that you have to input 5 numbers and print each number the number of times as itself. So if I have input 6, it should print 6 times. If I have input 2, it should print 2 times. If I have input n, it should print n times. Am I right?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm going to modify the question. I say input 5 numbers and print each number is the number. Now what should happen? What changes should I make? Come on. That means if I input 6, it should print, in this case, what should it print? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is 2, then it should print 1, 5. It should print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Okay. This, then it should print how many times? It should start from 1 and go till 7. If it is 8, it should start from
1 and go till
8. If it is n, then it should start from 1
and go till n.
and go till n.
I have generalized the question for you. So what changes will I make in this case?
Ma'am,
Just hold on. Let me copy the same program. I'll just okay. Just hold on. I'll just what has happened to my system? Okay. Just hold on. Okay. Now tell me what changes will we make? Come on.
Ma'am, in the second for loop, instead of printing n, we will print 5.
Okay, other than Myra, I don't know, Myra, how many of them have got to know what you said? I understood what you said and you are absolutely correct. But I want an explanation of this. Shall I show you this one as well? The output. Now tell me what changes should I make? Come on. Come on, children. other than Tanish, Harman, Myra? Who else? Rishabh Jan,
Yes, ma'am.
what changes should I make?
Ma'am, here you will write X rather than N because you have to print the number 5 times.
I will write X over X. Where you are saying X?
Ma'am, rather than N. Ma'am, Y, sorry. Here you will
Where?
write Y.
Where you are saying? Where?
Ma'am, system out dot print. Ma'am,
Here?
ma'am, second for.
Second form. Okay.
Yes,
Inside form.
ma'am.
You can
And ma'am,
see
print ln.
print ln. Okay. Let it be print. And
Yes,
print
ma'am,
what?
here Y.
Here y. So
Yes, ma'am.
you mean to say that you enter a number. Suppose you enter a 6. So you will be printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you will go from 1 and you will print till 6. If you enter 7, you will go from 1 and print till 7. You will, if it is 12, you will go from 1 and you will print till 12 and so on. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's compile and see. Don't. I didn't clear the thing. I'll print 2. So I'll start from 1 and 2. So if I print 6, it will start from 1 and go till 6. If I input 8, it will start from 1 and go till 8. If I input, let's say 5, it will start from 1 and print till 5. Start from 1 and go till 4. If it is 9, it will start from 1. After that, it is not allowing me to enter any number. Did you understand? Erin?
Yes, ma'am.
Adil, any doubt, Aditi? Okay, what if children, I want the loop in the reverse order.
Excuse me,
I
ma'am.
want to start from n and go till 1. Then what changes will I make? I want to start from the number n and go till 1. Then what changes will I make? Come on.
May I?
Myra. Not Myra again. Come on, tell me. Who will tell me? Other than Myra, Tanish. There are many children other than these in the class. Athar, can you try? Athar Chokar. Gurmanjeet, can you try? Arish, Erin. Not Erin. Karamveer, can you try? What changes will I make? I want to start from the number and go till 1. Karamveer, Natik, Soumya. Half of you are not replying only. Yes, Aditi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in the for loop, the second one, there, in place of 1, for y, for example, we need to write from 5, so we will write 5 over there, and then the second n, y, sorry, there,
So should I
we
write down
will
5
put the
over here?
greater sign.
So should I write down 5 over here?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, may I tell?
May I tell?
You are absolutely correct. Suppose it is 5. Suppose, Aditi, suppose it is 7 then. Aditi,
Yes, ma'am.
There, tell me, suppose it is 7, then I should write down 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose it is 23 or 24, I'll write down 24.
Ma'am, along with writing that number in the second y, we need to put the greater sign.
Okay, I will put that number. So suppose that number is, Aditi, see, you have told me the correct response, but it is half correct. Try and understand. If I say if it is 5, I'll write down 5. It is 7, I'll write down 7. If it is 23, I'll write down 23. What about if it is n?
Ma'am,
I'll
then
write down n. The number input is in which variable? In the number n. And that n you are not aware while you are running the, till the time you are writing the program. That about this n, what this n would be, will be only, visible to you when you run the program.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you will not get to know what this n is unless and until you run the program. During runtime only you'll get to know. Understood, Aditi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so over here I'll say greater than equal to 1. Why greater than equal to 1? Rishabh Jain 12850. Is he there
Yes,
or
ma'am.
is he left? Yes. Why she's saying you will make it greater than equal to 1? Why greater than equal to 1?
Ma'am, because you will have to come back to the number 1 from
So
like from
you
5.
are going in descending order in that case. Good, very good. So you have to start from n and you are going in descending order. So that is why you, if it is 23, you start from 23, 22 and go on till 1. If it is 5, you will go start from 5 and go until 1. But will you do y plus plus?
No, ma'am.
No,
Then
ma'am.
if it is not y plus plus, then Rishabh, what will you do?
Ma'am,
Yes,
maybe
ma'am.
y minus minus.
Huh? Speak out,
Ma'am,
Rishabh.
maybe
Then
y minus minus.
we will do y minus minus. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Harshdeep and Arish, he has joined after you. I think last week only he has joined and he is giving me responses in the class. Arish and Harshdeep, I want the same response for you as well. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if we are given the question that we are given the number and we need to print from 7 till 1. That time we will input the value instead of n7.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
It is, if the question says input a number, you will never initialize. आप यहाँ पे खुद value नहीं दोगे.
Yes, ma'am.
This was one mistake which you have done in your unit test as well. I don't know, you mixed up class 8 with class 9. I don't know what mess you created, Aditi. Just have a look at your unit test program. And if you want to discuss, I'll discuss it with you as well.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
Arnav, any doubt? Arnav?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So far it is very clear, right? I don't know what all
Yes,
questions
ma'am.
are there over here.
Yes.
So this we have done. Now you can print all prime numbers between 1 to 50. So for prime numbers between 1 to 50, children, whenever such type of questions come, just print a number and first you check for that number or whether that number is a prime number or not. So if that number is a prime number, then you can always run the loop from 1 to 50. Can you see this program over here? The first thing is just hold on. Here, this one. So over here, if I say this program, so in this program, if I'm going to extend this a little, so now over here, basically what is happening, you are checking this number 1 is a prime number or not, or a number x is a prime number or not. So you are going from 1 till the number x. You are saying is x percentage b equal to 0 and f equal to f plus 1. You are going till that number. So if the factors are 2, then that number is a prime number. Okay. So now over here, let's suppose you have to done for one number. Now you have to print from 1 till 50. So you will extend the loop from 1 to 50 outside. The only thing over here is, which is tricky, is this f equal to 0. Why this f equal to 0 is tricky over here? Who will explain it to me? Come on. Who will tell me why this f equal to 0 is tricky over here? Nobody. See children, over here, if I'm talking about f equal to 0, every time the number, it says 1, I have to check 1 is a prime number or not. So once 1 is checked for the prime number, f becomes what in the end?
1.
Huh?
Equal
Two.
2. F becomes 2. So the
No,
next
ma'am, in the case
number,
1 it will be 1.
the next number for x, it will take it as 2. So when x is 2, f is already 2 right now. So we have to write down this f equal to 0 in this. You know, this only f equal to 0 carries 2 marks in the from the entire 15 marks. If you have written f equal to 0 outside, it will give you you will lose 2 marks out of the entire program. How many of you have understood this concept? Raise your hand.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, why can't we initialize f outside? Oh, we
Yes.
have initialized outside.
Okay,
Why can't we give it a value outside of the for
let
loop?
me explain that to you. Aaron, let's start with the new document. Okay. So now over here, let me take an example जो हमने यहाँ पे पहले किया था. Let's say I have to sum the thing. I'll move with a simple example and then we will come back to this. Nested for loop. Where is nested for loop one? This example only. And then I'll come back to the same thing. Okay. I have this program. Now children, over here basically I say that you have to input a number. So when I input the number as n, okay, I input the number, I say I don't have to print the number now. I have to print the sum of the factors of the number, the sum of the factors of the number. So how will I find the factors of this number? I have to input 5 numbers and print the factors of this number. So I'll say if what? N percentage j is equal to 0. Am I right? Here I'll say n. If n percentage j equal to 0, I have to input a number first. Firstly, this part. I have input a number and I have to find the factors of this number. So I system.out.println enter a number. I have input the number as n. I go from 1 till n and I say if n percentage j is equal to 0, so j is a factor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I have to sum
Yes.
the factors, I'll say s is equal to s plus j. Simple.
Yes.
Now this s has to be declared somewhere. I'm saying s is equal to s over here. I'll say s is equal to, let's say I am doing it s is equal to 0 over here. As Aaron is saying, why can't we declare it outside? Now Aaron, over here you have to print the sum. So I will come outside the for and I'll say system dot out dot print ln sum is s. I'll print this, Aaron.
Yes, ma'am.
here, now what is happening? You have printed the sum. So if the number is, let's say, 6, okay, the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6, right? So it will print the sum as 12, right, Aaron?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what happens? You input another number. I input another number and I input the number as 5. Now what will be the sum? Come on.
19, ma'am.
Huh?
Oh, ma'am. I'm 18.
Why 18?
Factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So 1 and 5 added to 12 are 18.
Yes, and instead it should have come as 6. Am I right? Are you getting it? It will come as 18, whereas it should have come as 6. I am asking, I have told you, input 5 numbers and find the
Yes, ma'am.
factors of each number. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So now what happens? The sum should have come as 6 and it will show you 18. Right? So which is wrong? So what I have to do, that means this S should be 0 again. Okay? So that S would be 0 over here. So every time I enter the number, S will become 0. Do you get that? The moment I enter the
Yes,
number,
I got it.
S will become 0, and when S becomes 0, it will start all over again for a fresh start for a new number. Am I clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you have understood? This is a very important concept and many programs will be based on this. Okay, how many of you? Okay, I'll repeat this in the next class tomorrow. Tomorrow we have another, I think tomorrow we have an offline class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, from school. So we'll continue from here only. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so that's all for it today. So I'm clicking on stop
Thank you.
recording.